Prince Harry's nervous gestures during his interview at the Invictus Games revealed his sadness at his controversial royal exit, a body language expert has claimed. While attending the Invictus Games in The Hague, Harry recently appeared in an interview on The Today Show, where he discussed his surprise visit to the Queen with Meghan Markle. The prince also addressed his move to California, suggesting that the US feels more like home than the UK, and observed that he had been welcomed with open arms in his new neighborhood. But, Jesus Enrique Roses has challenged the truth of the ex-royal's answers. Harry is usually insecure when he's talking, and it hugely depends on the subject, he acknowledged. It's obvious that the topic of home is something that makes him really nervous, because there was this heavy stuttering, and that look of sadness on his face, like he's not that convinced, much less happy, about calling the States his home. If you're enjoying your new life, if you're proud of your decision, you will have a different attitude. You will make sure that people feel that energy. Jesus suggested that this also carried over into the prince's body language when the host pressed him further on the topic. Notice that he tries to emphasize his answer, tries to convince us, he continued. The ex-royal could be seen spreading his arms wide, before rubbing both down his legs and squeezing his ankle. The body language expert suggested that this pacifying gesture was accompanied by a lack of conviction in his answer about settling down in California. I'm sure Harry wants to project an image of no regrets, but so far his body language has been revealing a very different story, he said. Some royal watchers have responded strongly to Harry's comments, warning the prince to stay away from the UK. It is not known whether Harry will attend the Queen's Platinum Jubilee celebrations, and in the interview he dodged the question of appearing, citing security issues as the reason for his indecision so far. In other news, Princess Diana coined the term greymen to describe the Palisades that she claimed were watching her every move, an idea that was echoed in Harry and Meghan's bombshell interview with Oprah Winfrey, in which they decried these faceless staff members' treatment of royal family members. Now, argues royal expert Camilla Tominey, Harry once again invoked such imagery in an interview with NBC News. Harry said that when he popped in to visit his grandmother, he was doing so to make sure she's protected and got the right people around her. In an article, titled What Prince Harry Meant When He Said the Queen Needs Protecting, Ms. Tominey wrote, the ill-concealed barbs in his latest interview reveal much of the prodigal prince's true motivations. Ms. Tominey continued in her piece, so what is really behind Harry's latest intervention? Despite a supposedly amicable meeting with the Queen and Charles and Camilla last Thursday at Windsor Castle, it seems there is still unfinished business for the 37-year-old royal. She added, his words will no doubt provide a field day for American conspiracy theorists. During the Oprah interview, Harry blamed the Queen's aides for he and Meghan being uninvited from lunch at the Queen's Sandringham estate. He said aides told him he cannot come to Norfolk, after Her Majesty had personally invited the couple to discuss their intention to step away from royal duties. He added that the Queen herself then told him there was something in her diary that meant she was busy when they had expected to come, but that he didn't push her because he kind of knew what was going on. Harry also seemed reluctant to agree that the Queen gets to do what the Queen wants to do. He said, no, when you're head of the firm, there are people around you that give you advice. And what has also made me really sad is that sometimes that advice has been really bad. Ms. Tominey said, while one source suggested his comments will have infuriated the Prince of Wales and the Duke of Cambridge, the consensus is that the barbs weren't aimed at family. A palace source told Ms. Tominey, if in doubt, blame the staff appears to be Harry's mantra. Harry spoke of his really special relationship with the Queen, and praised her sense of humor and her ability to see humor in so many different things, adding, we talk about things that we can't talk about with anybody else. However, he had no warm words for other members of the family, avoiding a question about whether he misses his father and brother to say he was focusing on the athletes of the Invictus Games at The Hague in the Netherlands. Ms. Tominey linked Harry's distaste for the firm with his trauma after witnessing the media treatment and lack of support for his mother. She said, as on Oprah, Harry once again seems to be trying to make a distinction between the Queen, who the couple have been at pains to say is blameless, and the institution of monarchy itself. The Duke also said there were lots of issues to overcome before introducing his son Archie, 2, and 10-month-old daughter Lilibet to their great-grandmother, casting doubt on the Sussexes' presence at the Platinum Jubilee.